question last time, how many people, and again, I don't watch a whole lot of television anymore, but back in the day, there was a common complaint that commercials were significantly louder than the shows around them. And a couple nods, Megan's like, yes, and emphatic, yes, we've noticed that. How many have noticed that? Okay.
Certain programs or something like that.
Certain programs, and a lot of times, there are actually people whose job it is to pair the correct commercial with the correct show, obviously, and also the correct flow of commercials with the correct sections of a show. Like in a very high-intensity section of a show, they'll put very high-intensity commercials, and in a more subdued, they won't come out and shock you necessarily, because it just pisses people off. But the complaint has been that they are too loud. Now, I've heard all kinds of theories as to why they're too loud. What's one? Well, I was going to ask you guys. What's a theory you've heard?
It's your
Please.
If it's in the middle of the night, they'll wake you up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you're kind of zoning out, like. And there was a guy. What is his name? Dees, something Dees, back in Philly, back in the '80s, and he was a DJ. It was Dees something, and he just screamed at the entire commercial. He just screamed, and I remember that because it was traumatizing. Just being screamed. He was like a wholesaler, just screamed at me the entire time during the commercial. It got my attention. It also scared the hell out of me. I didn't want to buy anything from him. I wanted to stay away from him. But yeah, to get your attention is one. I've heard the one theory that because you walk away from the TV at that point, so you might be in the kitchen grabbing something to eat, and they're screaming, so you hear them from the kitchen. It's possible as well. Other theories. Oh,
the
please.
wake up one, because we watch Portland wrestling on KTV or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And then like 11:30 at night, Tom Peterson would come on, and you'd hear him hitting the glass on the TV. Go, wake up, wake up.
Clever. So a very timely placement of a clever ad. That's kind of cute, actually. So all kinds of reasons as to why it might happen. So Congress actually created a task force to analyze this, which is extraordinary. About 2 or 3 taxpayer dollars going something now.
Yeah.
So this is some data that predated that study a smidge. I've lost the source, unfortunately. I wish I could still have it to see if they've updated it. But take a look at this data and see what you think it tells you. I'm going to call up something on the